Hiya crafters, Amy here with Amy's Wares, and I have an idea for a couple of quick and easy cards using white pigment ink and colored cardstock. Now here I'm showing you two brand new stencils. These are part of the February 2023 release at A Colorful Life Designs. They are so cool, and this release is awesome. It is chock full of tons of geometric stencils. There's some for St. Patrick's Day, so loads to choose from. Very unique looking, so be sure to check that out. Now, here are a couple photos of the finished cards. These came together in a snap with very minimal products used. So if you have a white pigment ink and you have some colored cardstock and a stencil, then you can definitely do this technique. So I'm just lining up this first half circles. This is definitely one of my absolute favorite from this release, but it's got this half tone look to it on half of the circle, and then the other half is just a regular circle. And I have a blending foam here on a wooden handle, and I'm just kind of pouncing the white pigment ink inside of the openings on this stencil. Now I'm deliberately moving really fast because my first thought here was that I was going to use the wetness of the pigment ink and quick coat it in white pigment, or sorry, coat it in white embossing powder and melt that because I was nervous it wasn't going to stand out enough on the craft cardstock, and it was a little subtle, but you'll see what I do here in a minute. I actually line the stencil back up and then take my time and then pounce another layer down. So since it's a pigment ink, it will kind of layer on itself, so it did make the white just a little bit brighter. Now it is still very subtle. You can absolutely do this and then, you know, quickly coat it with a white embossing powder if you want to go the original route that I was thinking, but I ended up liking it as is, especially once I put that second coating down. So that's just an additional option if you want to really amp up the contrast and have it much more of a bright white. Now I do have pixie spray on this stencil just because it does have kind of, you know, a slat design where it can kind of shift around on me. So I did use my brayer to really push that down, and now I'm working on a black cardstock. That first one I forgot to mention was actually Hero Hues. It was in the color Sand. It's one of my favorite of the craft cardstocks. It's really smooth and it's pretty heavyweight. It's really good stuff. So this black I believe is Tailored Expressions, so maybe it's Oreo color, I think. I'm not sure. I've done a couple videos where I was comparing different black cardstocks to see which ones did the best with white heat embossing. So I have a bunch of different black ones. I don't always necessarily pay attention to which one is which, so I apologize about that. But I'm quite sure that this one is Tailored Expressions brand. So now once I've gotten done pouncing down all the white pigment, I'm going to carefully pull back the stencil, and this one, just because the background was so dark, automatically had a lot more contrast. So here you can see I went through and made it just a little bit brighter, and the white was a little bit more opaque. So now I have those two panels ready, and I also have two card bases ready. Those are A2 size of 110-pound cardstock, and now I just need to figure out what to adorn these beautiful panels with. So I'm shopping my sentiment book. I have a bunch of die cuts ready to go. Some in metallic cardstock, some in pattern paper, some stamped, so you name it. I just tend to kind of stack up when I get stuff and then store it in this binder with baseball card pocket protector sheets, and then it holds a bunch of the stuff so it's ready to go. So I slapped those panels down on some card bases and put down these die cut sentiments, and that's going to finish these two cards. Came together super easily. That Celebrate is a Catherine Pooler die, and the Sending Smiles is from Simon Says Stamp. So I will link all the available products in the video description box below the video if you want to check that out, but be sure to check out the rest of the release at A Colorful Life Designs. You won't be disappointed. There's so many amazing stencils. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.